Yohanan Chapter 20. And on day 1 of the week, Miriam from Magdala came early to the tomb while it was still dark, and saw that the stone had been removed from the tomb. So she ran and came to Shimon Kepha, and to the other taught one whom Yahusha loved, and said to them, They have taken the master out of the tomb, and we do not know where they laid him. Then Kepha and the other taught one went out, and they were going to the tomb, and the two were running together. But the other taught one outran Kepha and came to the tomb first. And stooping down, he saw the linen wrappings lying, but did not go in. Then Shimon Kepha came, following him, and went into the tomb. And he saw the linen wrappings lying, and the cloth which had been on his head, not lying with the linen wrappings, but folded up in a place by itself. So then the other taught one who came to the tomb first also went in, and he saw and believed. For they did not yet know the scripture that he has to rise again from the dead. Therefore the taught ones went away again by themselves. But Miriam was standing outside by the tomb weeping. Then as she wept, she stooped down to the tomb, and saw 2 messengers in white sitting, one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Yahusha had been laid. And they said to her, Woman, why do you weep? She said to them, Because they took away my master, and I do not know where they laid him. And having said this, she turned around and saw Yahusha standing, but she did not know that it was Yahusha. Yahusha said to her, Woman, why do you weep? Whom do you seek? Thinking he was the gardener, she said to him, Master, if you have carried him away, say to me where you put him, and I shall take him away. Yahusha said to her, Miriam. She turned and said to him, Rabboni, which means teacher. Yahusha said to her, Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, and to my Elohim and your Elohim. Miriam from Magdala came announcing to the taught ones that she had seen the Master, and that he had told her this. When therefore it was evening on that day 1 of the week, and when the doors were shut where the taught ones met, for the fear of the Yahudim, Yahusha came and stood in the midst and said to them, Peace to you. And having said this, he showed him his hands and his side. The taught ones therefore rejoiced when they saw the Master. Then Yahusha said to them again, Peace to you. As the Father has sent me, I also send you. And having said this, he breathed on them and said to them, Receive the set-apart spirit. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven them. If you retain the sins of any, they have been retained. But Tomah, called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Yahusha came. So the other taught ones said to him, We have seen the Master. But he said to them, Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and put my finger into the imprint of the nails, and put my hand into his side, I shall by no means believe. And after 8 days his taught ones were again inside, and Tomah with them. Yahusha came, the doors having been shut, and he stood in the midst and said, Peace to you. Then he said to Tomah, Bring your finger here and see my hands, and bring your hand and put it into my side, and do not be unbelieving, but believing. And Tomah answered and said to him, My Master and my Elohim. Yahusha said to him, Tomah, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and have believed. There were indeed many other signs that Yahusha did in the presence of his taught ones, which are not written in this book. But these have been written so that you believe that Yahusha is the Messiah, the Son of Yah, and that, believing, you might possess life in his name.